Since we are using our own computers to develop C++ programs, so we can use a graphic user interface based tools for doing so. So Visual Studio Code is the one we are going to use. By the way, Visual Studio Code is completely different from Visual Studio 2019, 17 and the like, even though the name appears similar. So VS Code is a short name for that. VS Code download and search for download the page there. I believe all of you are using 64 bits Windows system, so click system installer 64-bit to download. I have already downloaded it and double click to run and install VS Code. Accept agreement, and then you can choose all default values, but here make sure that you add a path checked on, and then probably it's a good idea to create a desktop icon down here. So next, next, and then installation begins. It takes a few moments to install it. Then you can launch immediately, or let me just turn it off, and then icon is there. Double click to launch first time there. So let me show you then how to use a Visual Studio Code. First, Visual Studio Code, the programs are organized by folder, that is a project folder, and then each application means one or more files, but only one main function as a starting point of execution. So in this course, each lesson you need to give a dedicated folder for each lesson. So open folder, and then go to the place you want to create the folder. Over here, right click, view, and folder, and then let's name it as a first project, and then select the folder. So my first folder is my project name, and there let's create a file, main.cpp there, and then let me type some code. Space std int main cout my first program there. So program writing completed. Let's view and open terminal. Then since we have already installed the WinGW, let's compile the program there. Then a.exe is created to run it. By the way, if you are using any kind of spyware or virus protection program running on the background, exe executable code may be marked as some threat, and then that virus protection program may automatically delete the a.exe created. Then you need to disable it, or you need to just uninstall a virus protection program. Since you are using the computer as a developer, so developing code purpose, that's something you need to compromise, and then you need to use your computer carefully, not to visit any harmful site and the like. So that's how to use a Visual Studio Code. By the way, there is some convenient plugins for C++ development, as the suggestions are coming here. And then there's a recommended extension there. So extension is on the left hand side. The last one is to add extensions. And then for C++, what we need is C++ IntelliSense by Microsoft. There are similar ones, not by Microsoft, but choose the one by Microsoft. So if you don't see this recommended one here, just type C++ and search for that. Then here is all extensions helpful for C++. The one we need is IntelliSense by Microsoft. So just click to install, and then it takes just quickly, it's installed now. And then here's some information as I close that, and then as I just clean up this part and then you can see that C++ is now under enabled. These are some other languages I'm using that one there. So that's how to configure for extensions, and then you are ready to use Visual Studio Code for C++ programming.